Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Edmonton Oilers Be a GM. After being eliminated from the playoffs just in the last episode there, we are prepared for the draft. There's a couple guys on our list that we took a look at to see exactly how they stand and what we're getting into. Now, we were suggested 5 players. Ned Dimitrakos, who ended up being a top 5 player, 71 overall, as according to the prospect game. Our second on our list was George Devereaux from Canada as well. He was projected to go in the first or second round, and they've got him at 64 overall. He's a goalie. Our third one was defenseman Justin Lemke, and Lemke also first/second round. He's 69 overall. Then we had Troy Murray. They project him to go in the second round. He's 68 overall, and the fifth player it was suggested is Simon Bork. Also in the second round, 68 overall. Now, Bork is 4 stars. I'm pretty sure he's going to be 4 yellow stars in the second round. So there is still depth in this draft, guys. We're still going to end up with some players. So, what I do want to take a look at is our... no, we got to go... Hold on. We got to go up to here to get to the trade block. I want to see what picks we have, because we need at least 2 picks. We need one for George Devereaux or Justin Lemke, and we need one for either Troy Murray or Simon Bork. All right, let's see who's retiring. First off, a ton of guys. Joe Thornton's a big one, obviously, there. If you look by points, so we should start by points. Joe Thornton. Henrik Sedin's gone. Henrik Zetterberg. That's probably the biggest names there. Goaltender, Brodeur's gone. Yep, let's go by wins. Brodeur's gone. Luongo retired. Anderson, LaBarbera, and McDonald. So... everybody else is pretty much not mentionable. They're all free agents anyway. All right, so let's go to the trade block. Let's take a look. We'll do best, but I do want to see what we have. Surplus. Players on the block. Okay, so they want to get rid of our first-round picks. We don't have many picks available here. So we got 1 and 2. That's enough to get through, I think. But I'd like to pick up another second-round pick or even a third-round pick. I'd like to at least pick up a second-round pick. So we'll see how things go. Well, we'll try to pick up a second-round pick. We'll see what we can trade, all right? So that's the goal here. We've only got probably 1 phone. We're picking 23rd overall, all right? So I was right, mid to late. Continue. We only got the 1 phone. So let's see who would be willing to deal a second. All right, not them. Arizona, no. They've got the... oh, wait. A second-round pick would be Boston, 48th pick. Buffalo, they got the 44th, and they'd be willing to deal it. Now, it's got a lot of value. So, what do we have to give up to get that kind of a player? Hold on. You'd have to give up, like, a Zach Smith, a Boyd Gordon, a Lanu. Those are guys that I don't want to necessarily give up. Mind you, Zach Smith, if he's going away... well, no, I like Zach Smith. Defensively, he's good for the third line. It'd be Darren Helm that we'd be trading this year. 85 overall, because Connor McDavid's going to step into that third line. Darren Helm had a great year, though. You know, you can't deny that, but he is a third-line center. You know what? I'm going to see what falls to us, but look at Connor McDavid, 88 overall. Jeez Louise, that's crazy. Hedman's 88, Perron back up to an 87, Eberle's at an 87, Yakupov is up to an 85. He jumped up a little bit there. So there is still some fluctuation there. Hall is almost maxed out. But Connor McDavid, 88 overall as a second-line center, and he's making 7.65 on that. That's craziness right there. Craziness. We could actually almost get rid of Boyd Gordon if we want. He makes 1.39. But I'd rather get rid of these guys for not the sure thing. So let's just shut the phones down. I don't know who we're going to go for, if it's going to be Devereaux or Lemke. Yeah, there's nobody else available here. Dimitrakos went to San Jose. I will take a photo of this with my phone, so that I have an idea of what these guys are like, see if they're any good. Well, I know what their overalls are, but we need to see their stars. So, now you guys say I should be sorting by potential, not round. Now, here's the thing when it comes to that. Well, look at Lemke, actually. He's 4 stars as well. Lemke might be the guy we go to here. The reason why I sort by round is because you can sort by potential, all right? You can sort by potential. This guy's like Bastion. I'm going to write him down. He's going to be 4th round. Nathan Bastion. All right, he's a centerman. They've got him at 4 stars. And then they've also got this Brett McKenzie, who's 4 stars. All right, so let's write down that. Brett McKenzie. He's a centerman, right? And then let's take a look at goalies. There's probably nobody with potential. See, Devereaux they've got going in the first round. He's a guarantee pick. Now, do we take Devereaux or do we take Lemke? Devereaux is a gamble. I know he's a 64 overall. But do we go with Lemke? You know what? I'm going to go with Lemke on this one. Just because he's got that 4-star, and that is attractive there, and he's a defenseman. You can never use too many. You can never have too many defensemen, especially a defensive defenseman. So we'll take him. All right, now I'm assuming that Devereaux's probably gone. Yeah, he went 2 after that. Now, I don't know if our pick's going to last. We are looking at the possibility of Simone Bourque or Troy Murray. So let's see what happens here. All right, so continue. Oh, yeah, I got to hit A to get through. I got to do the, yeah, shut that down. So Bourque went and Murray went as well. So we lost out on both of those guys. Now we can go by potential, I think, at this point. All right, so let's go by potential. So there's still Bastion. We got a 3rd rounder here in Bajkov. Bajkov, I guess. He's 19-year-old sniper, right winger, right-handed shooter from the WHL. Now, if we go by projected, here's a guy that we didn't scout, and he's in Austria. He's an Austrian guy. He plays in Switzerland. So, you know what I mean? We don't have information on these guys. But Ryan Moore, a center sniper, these guys are scheduled to go in the 2nd round. So I'm going to take a gamble on one of these. Let's go with this center sniper, Ryan Moore. Okay, he's got a lot of interest, so we'll have a peek at him. You never know what these guys can be. All right, then we're going to go to the 4th round. We'll continue this. Shut this down. Sim. Okay, so we got a bunch of early picks here. So here's hoping, or we got 1 early pick. That's where we're going to pick up Bastion. McKenzie is probably gone. Well, McKenzie was a 2nd rounder. Bastion went to the New York Rangers. So we're going to have a look into him as well. And we'll see what's... I guess I'm kind of kicking myself for not taking him, but that's okay. Bolduc. Louis Bolduc, 4th round pick. Let's take him. And then let's see what else we get. We go by potential. There's a couple 3-stars, but these guys are all undrafted. So let's go with either Barwell or Dave Bachensky, a 2-way forward from Peterborough. Any power forwards? Because that's one thing our line is definitely missing is power forwards, but nobody's scheduled to go in the 4th round. Let's go with the 2-way forward winger. We got enough centers. All right, so we'll go with the 2-way forward winger, and then I'm going to auto-draft the rest. Why not? Okay, so the draft is complete. We will come back. We got to check New York for a couple players, Bastion and Kaidarov. So we're going to go and check them out once we get into the re-sign phase. All right, let's just zip over here. Oop. There we go. Simulate up to this date. All right. Come on. Photos. I'm pulling out my photos for that little top list. Go to contract screen. Okay, I don't know how many people we have signed. Actually, let's take a look at that first. We have 33 players. Waiting. All right, let's go to re-sign players. So let's first go to New York. Let's take a look at those guys. So the New York Rangers. And we'll see how applicable all that is. Whoop. Okay, so here's Kagurov. He's 72 overall. I knew he was 72. Or no, did I? No. 4.5 yellow stars, though. Really good. Now, Bastion, he has 4 red stars. 62 overall. Not a bad pickup for them, considering he's a 4th round prospect. Nicely done for them. Now, there's also Leopold. He went to the Phoenix Coyotes. Arizona. Jesus. Arizona Coyotes. That is a hard one to shake, I'll tell you. It's taken a bit. Leopold is, yeah, he's 75 overall, Kurt Leopold, and he's 4.5 yellow stars, 19 years old. And he's a power forward. How big is he? 6'3", 201. All right, he's not bad, not bad. And then also there was Parody. He's a defenseman, and he went to Florida. Florida, again, picking high. And Parody, 4.5 yellow stars. So now that goalie, I don't know where he went. Devereaux. If I went by rookie goalies, and I just went through everybody, I could find them. Do I want to do that, though? Flynn, no. Just so we can see what we're missing, you know what I mean? Nope. Devereaux. It should be an easy one to spot. There's Tardif. He was 4 yellow stars. That's the guy that was scheduled to go in the top 10. So I'm assuming Devereaux's probably going to be about 3.5 stars or 3.5 red stars. Devereaux. Skip to Florida. Nope. LA. They got a lot of goalies. Actually, we got to scroll down here. Nope. Hojan, 4 yellow. Nothing there. Nashville. Nope. A lot of 4-star goalies, actually. It's quite impressive to see all the potential. Still going. Nothing there. Devereaux. He's 4 yellow stars. He would have been a good pickup for us, too. That would have been a great prospect goalie. It's too bad. All right. That's okay. We need to look at our guys anyway. So let's have a peek at what we got, because we ended up drafting Lemke, Justin Lemke. So we know Connor McDavid, 88 overall. But let's take a look at potential on defense. So Lemke was 4 yellow stars, a good pickup, 69 overall. That is fantastic for us. We lost out on a couple other guys. Now, there were some centers we drafted. Ryan Moore we picked up. Yeah, the center sniper. He's 3.5 yellow stars. And then we also drafted that left winger. The Grop still coming. Bolduc, 3.5 yellow stars. Was that the one? Was a two-way forward? Yeah, we drafted him. And was there anybody else? We checked the centers. That must be it. All right, well, let's take a look here and see who we need to sign now. Enough of this prospect hunting. Let's take a look at who we need to re-sign at center. Okay, overall. So, it's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Darren Helm, Connor McDavid, Darren Helm, and Zach Smith. And we've got Boyd Gordon signed. Now, I'd prefer to hold... I mean, look at all the guys we got coming up. Leon Draisaitl. You know what? We don't even need to keep Zach Smith. I know we traded for him, but we don't need him. We're going to let him go. We're not going to re-sign him. And we actually I'm not even going to sign Iwanek. I'm actually going to release him now. I don't care if he's a UFA. He doesn't provide anything to us. This way. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And then we got Moore. He's unsigned. He's 20 years old. So we could actually give him a contract if we wanted. That frees up some more. Let's first take a look here at some other guys. Left wing, we got Klingberg. We'll give him a contract. And Mraz, we'll give him a contract. You got Grop. Look at all the left wingers we have in the system, too. A bunch of guys. So many good prospects for our team. Right wing now. Jordan Eberle, Yakupov. We need to re-sign Downey. We don't have a right wing player that provides depth. On the left side, we don't really have that either. So we're missing out on a right wing player. I guess we could re-sign Smith and have him play the wing on the fourth line if we wanted to. But that'd be him playing out of his element. We can find somebody a little bit better than that. Defense, we've got to sign Marincin and we have to sign Schultz. All right, Schultz is now a UFA and Nurse is 83. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we've got too much in Stewart and too much in Fane, $3.6 million. So those guys will be on their way out, all right? Goaltender, Gibson's 88 overall, so he's jumped right back up there. We've got $17 million in cap space, so it'll be interesting to see what each one of these command. So let me take a look here and see what we can do. First, I think the most primary, let's get the defenseman. Let's get the defenseman signed. Let me whip out the calculator. For those of you who don't know this rule, you multiply their asking price by 0.85, okay? So Marincin, 86 overall. He wants $5.2 million for 4 years. All right, 4 years. He's going to be maxed out. All right, that is his cheapest. So let's give him that, 5.235. Then we can actually get him for 4.450, pardon me. 4.450. There you go. So Marincin, 4 years at 4.45. That's almost $1 million in savings. So that brings us down to about $12 million to spend. Justin Schultz, he wants 4.8 for 4 years. You know what? That may be 1 year, 5.3. 4 years at 4.8 is his cheapest. So 4.885, we're going to multiply that by 0.85. And actually, we can get him for 4.155. So we'll save about $700,000. 4.155 for Justin Schultz for 4 years. So we got those two guys locked down long term. Now, who was it else we needed? Steve Downey we need to re-sign. So we'll give him a new contract. 2.63 for 3 years. 2.595, 520. You know what? 2 years, 3. We'll give him the 2.6. Oh, times 0.85. 2.3 or 2.240. So save a little bit. 2.240 for Steve Downey. Okay, I'm gonna sim a day. And I'm going to take a look and see how many of these guys we got. I'm sure we got all 3, but it's more about seeing what we have for cap space. Because there's nobody else we need to re-sign, I think, at this point. We're going to be about $8 million. So we got Martin Marincin, we got Justin Schultz, and we got Steve Downey. And that puts us at 914. All right, left wingers, we can tender qualifying offers. We don't need to re-sign Zach Smith. We can let him go to free agency if we want and just keep what we've got here. A fantastic depth at center when you look at that. Boyd Gordon, 4th line. Darren Helm at 85 overall is going to be on the 3rd line, playing shutdown for center role. That's fantastic. Left wing's good. We've also got Leon Draisaitl, who's going to jump up, so I'm not going to worry about the winger roles. We actually will be fine there. Let's just take a look at guys that we need to re-sign. Left wing, Klingberg. He's 26 years old, 78 overall. He's not going to get much better than that. Is he going to take up a spot of a guy who has potential like Mitch Moroz, 76? Yeah. I'm going to, how many, well, let's take a look here first. I got 36 contracts. That means I have 14 players available to re-sign. Now, you can only sign a certain number of forwards. So forwards, let's see here. 2 out of 5, is that right? Is that all skaters? All right, so we got 48 out of 50 on the reserve list. 12 out of 40 are unsigned. So we got 12 prospects that are completely unsigned right now. Let's take a look at left wingers. We've got a lot of depth at center. I don't know what the right side is. Is that the NHL? Because center is 11/6th. Oh, I see. No, is that reserve? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. I've never known what those numbers mean. Like 5 goalies. Let's take a look. Maybe that's the number of players we have signed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 goalies, but how come it's telling me 5/4? I don't understand that at all. Whatever. Okay. So goaltenders, we don't have much. We don't really have much at all in terms of depth coming up. All right, left wingers first. Let's take a look at re-signing. We're not going to re-sign Klingberg, so I'm going to release him to free agency. 26 years old. We wouldn't sign him in free agency, so I'm not going to not bother. I will tender a qualifying offer. Actually, I'll negotiate him a contract. He wants $835 for 2 years. Let's give him 3 years at $835. He'll accept that. Okay. Mitch Moroz, we will get him. We could sign Bolduc. 20 years old, 68 overall. But look at how many left wingers we have right now. I mean, it's going to be Braid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be the 6th left winger. Bochenski, he doesn't need to be re-signed or signed yet. I'm going to release Pakarainen. He's not there. Pitlick, 3.5. Yeah, release you. I wouldn't sign them in free agency, so why would I offer him a contract here? Josh Urich, I am going to give you a contract. He wants $925 for 3 years. Yeah, we will hand you that contract. That's fantastic. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I am going to sign then. You know what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a look at centers really quick because I didn't do that yet. Zach Smith, we're not going to re-sign. We don't need to sign anybody here. We could sign Ryan Moore, but that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. Moore, you know what? We might hold off on Moore a little bit longer because we just drafted him. And left wing we'll hold off on as well. Right wing we're good. Defense. Do we need to sign anybody depth-wise here? Yeah. Dumoulin, 79 overall, 25 years old, 3.5 red stars. Let's get Gernat signed first because he's actually got more potential. So 710 for 1 year. I'll give him 760 for 3 years. Alt and Dumoulin. We'll do Dumoulin first. 855 for 1 year. 9. I'll give you 900 for 2 years, Dumoulin. And Musial, 2.5 yellow stars. No, you can go to free agency. That's okay. You're just wasting contract if I put you in there. And Alt. Alt will give you a new contract. Mark Alt. 3 years at 760. That'll max him out, but he'll be cheap. All right, we're going to release Brandon Davidson. No need to qualify him. He's not going to be playing on our team at any point. Lemke is 20 years old, 4 yellow stars. Him and Blaisdell are actually very similar. I will give Lemke a contract at 20. 3 years at 800,000. We'll give you 750 for 3 years, okay? All right, let's sim a day. Let's see where we're at here with contracts. If everybody can do it, hopefully. I'm sure we got everybody we wanted. We only put out there about 4 or 5 contracts. There we go. We got a second phone. So we got Alt. We've got Gernat. We got Dumoulin, Lemke, Moroz, and Josh Urich. Nice. Okay. So we look at goaltenders now. We've got a lot of prospects here. I do want to negotiate a new contract with Makarov, I think, in this one. Makarov and Brossois, maybe? Yeah, I will... Because that'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goalies. Yeah, I'll give a new contract to Makarov. He deserves it, I think. 5.95. Let's give him 6.45 for 3 years. That'll be pretty much the max anyway. And then Brossois, he wants 7.40 for 3 years. I'll give you 700 for 3 years, and that'll max him out too. All right, those guys don't need to be signed. So we'll sim a day. So we got our, we'll have our 2 goalies. I'm pretty sure. I don't have much worry about that anyway. Dropped. Why? We got Brossois and we've got Makarov. So I don't see what the issue is here. Let's take a look here first. Make sure there's nobody we need to re-sign. Zach Smith, we're letting go. We're not going to sign Laniu. We're not going to add Moore or Bolduc at this point just because we got so many forwards up in the AHL. They're just going to get scratched. And I'd rather them play elsewhere. You know, they'll play elsewhere. They'll play junior as a mature player, or they'll find something to do. That's pretty good there, I think, for now. Okay, and then goalies. Goalies, we've got everybody signed, I believe. I don't know if we can sign another goalie. We might need to trade away Bobkoff or something. So let's skip to free agency so you guys have an idea of what's available. If there is a goalie that's about 84 or 85 overall available, I think you're right. I think we'll pursue him. We might be able to deal Tokarski and Bobkoff and possibly pick up a better goalie. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look if there's anybody good. Look at Patrick Sharp popped up at 89 overall. He wants 1 year at 7 points, or 2 years at 7.6. You also got Tyler Johnson, 84. We don't need to pick up anybody here, really. It's the goalies we're looking at. Goalies, yeah, nobody. Nobody. So it's a good thing we got the guy we have, and I don't think we really need to make a move to pick anyone else up. Potential-wise, Volrath, 22 years old, 4 yellow stars. We should look at UFAs. Yeah, I think we'll be trying to make a... We'll offer contracts to... There's 4 goalies that are 4 yellow stars, guys. 4 of them. And they're all UFAs. That's fantastic. I'd say we get at least 3 of them and we trade away what we've got now. Bolduc, or not Bolduc, Bobkoff. We trade away Brossois and we trade away Tokarski, or not Tokarski, whatever his name was, and get one of these guys. 4 yellow stars. Even if they don't all end up in the system, that's fantastic. They may get traded away at some point, but they're all a fantastic prospect. This may be the year that the skaters pop open too. Tyler Johnson, 4 yellow stars, and David Rundblad is 4 yellow stars. Those are the only guys that are UFAs. RFAs, Patrick Nemeth, he's the only good one. So those goalies, for sure, we're pursuing. We will be adding Volrath, Cataret, Rathian, and Miles, possibly. Maybe we'll just go after all the 22-year-olds, because they're all 77 overall. I don't understand why these guys aren't there. What are they drafted? 3rd round, Columbus. Are they all Columbus, you think? Montreal, 3rd round. And Miles. 1st round, actually. 16th overall by Buffalo Sabres in 2015. So I think 1, 2, and 3. There's tons of good goalies this year. They're all 22 years old. Look at all the 4.5 yellow star goalies that are available. That's crazy right now. Craziness. Good thing we checked. All right, guys. So when we come back, we'll be making a look at dealing those defense or those goalies away and getting the new ones in the system, guys that are better for us. There's nobody else potential-wise that we should sign in forwards. They cost too much. We don't need forwards anyway, but adding some goaltending depth, that's fantastic. All right, guys. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.